Hey Book Club, Dan here from One Man Book Club. Super pumped to share with you the Powder Mage series. It's a trilogy actually by Brian McClellan. This is book 1, Promise of Blood. Brian McClellan is a protege of the great Brandon Sanderson. Just admire that cover with me for a moment, if you don't mind. The cover is amazing. The tagline, "The Age of Kings is dead and I have killed it." Wow. I mean, every time I read that, it really kills me. The Promise of Blood hits the sweet spot in so many ways. Some epic fantasies seems like they just try too hard to be fantastical, if you know what I mean. Like too many characters, too many weird names, too much rambling detail. I bet you've read books like that before. Now, others just don't try hard enough to be awesome. They settle for using the same old types and tropes that we're all just comfortable with. And they're content to be average, but average is the enemy of excellence, and we don't want that either. The Promise of Blood, really the whole Powder Mage Trilogy, hits that sweet spot right in between. The Crimson Campaign is book 2. The Autumn Republic is book 3. Honestly, the whole 3-book trilogy is an 1,800-page heart attack. Shortness of breath, elevated heart rate, tears. An amazing story here. So the world, it has multiple unique magic systems. It's set in a civilization just breaking into the industrial age. So think like the Civil War combined with Brandon Sanderson-esque magic. Black powder muskets, bayonets, gods and armies, kings and revolutions. That's what this story is. Now, it did take 100 or so pages to really feel fluent with the characters. It did help that I stopped reading The Promise of Blood to go back and read the 6 prequel novellas, which I recommend to anyone who is going to give The Promise of Blood a try. They really introduce you to the main characters and some minor characters as well. They turn the characters from the story into people I care about. So I highly recommend the prequels as well. And speaking of the characters, as great as the story is, the characters are even better. You know the stories where it's hard to tell who's the good guy and who's the bad guy because everybody is flawed? That's what the characters are in here. And that the flawed characters make them perfect characters. Anyway, love this story. It's violent. There's some language in it. So best for 16 and up, I'll say. But it's a great series to invest some time in. This is the Powder Mage Trilogy by Brian McClellan. Book 1 is The Promise of Blood. Happy reading, everyone.